Anthropic just hit 101 plugins. If you installed all of them, you'd lose 4.5% of your context window before you typed a single character. I tested every plugin in the official marketplace. 5 are worth keeping. The other 96 are stealing your Claude. In the next 15 minutes, I'll show you the exact math, the 5 that survived, and the 1 bug that's burning 5,000 tokens of your context every single session. If you use Claude Code daily, this saves you hours. Stay with me. Here's what most people don't get about plugins. Every plugin you install adds about 100 words to your system prompt. Always. Even if you never call it. Even if you forgot it was there. 30 plugins equals 3,000 tokens before your first message, before you ask Claude to do anything. The trap is silent. You install a plugin because it sounds useful. Then you install another and another. 6 months later, your Claude is slower, dumber, and you blame the model. It's not the model. It's the plugins. I call this the plugin tax. Every plugin charges you in tokens, whether you use it or not. The math is brutal. A 200,000 token context window minus 3,000 tokens of plugin metadata equals 197,000 tokens of actual workspace. Sounds small, right? It's not. Here's why. One plugin in the marketplace called Compound Engineering sits at 9,000 tokens by itself. Idle. That's 4.5% of your context window gone before Claude reads a single file in your project. If you've got 5 plugins like that, you've handed away a quarter of your window for tools you might not even use today. That's not theory. That's the real cost, measured in production. Now picture the same Claude trying to refactor a large code base. Bigger files mean less room to think. Less room means worse answers. The plugins didn't make you faster. They made Claude weaker. And you didn't notice until the work started slipping. Before we get to the 5 worth keeping, we need to clear up something the marketplace is hiding from you. The word plugin is lying. In the marketplace listing, every plugin looks the same. Same icon, same install button. But under the hood, a plugin can be 6 totally different things. An MCP server which connects Claude to outside systems like GitHub or your database. A skill, which is just a markdown instruction file teaching Claude how to think about something. An agent, which is a worker, Claude, called to handle a focused job. A command, which is a / shortcut that runs a workflow. An LSP, which gives Claude live code intelligence for a language. Or a hook, which runs your scripts at certain moments, like file save or session start. One plugin can be all 6 or just 1. This is why the marketplace feels confusing the first time you open it. It's not bad design, it's bad labeling. Once you know the 6 types, you can read any plugin's description and know exactly what it does to your context. Now the 5 worth keeping. These are the ones that earn their tokens, ranked by what they do for an advanced builder. Number 1, Feature Dev, built by Anthropic. 89,000 installs. The most popular plugin in the entire marketplace. It runs a 7-phase workflow every time you ask Claude to build something. Discovery, code base exploration, clarifying questions, architecture, implementation, quality review, summary. You don't think about the structure, you type your feature request, and Claude follows the discipline automatically. If you ship features, this one stays. To install, you type plugin install feature dev at claude-plugins-official. Number 2, frontend-design, 96,000 installs. The number 1 plugin by raw count. This one stops Claude from generating the same generic AI-looking interface everyone else has. It pushes Claude to make real design choices, typography pairings that don't look like a template, asymmetric layouts that have real hierarchy, color choices that breathe. If you build any kind of user interface, this one earns its place on your stack. /plugin install frontend design at claude-plugins-official. Number 3, code review, built by Anthropic. 50,000 installs. It runs 5 Sonnet agents in parallel, 1 for each lens. 1 checks your Claude MD rules. 1 looks for bugs in the diff. 1 reads the JIT blame for historical context. 1 pulls history from your previous pull requests. 1 reviews comments and naming. You get 5 perspectives instead of 1. /plugin install code review at claude-plugins-official. Number 4, context 7, 72,000 installs. I call this one the hallucination killer. Every library has docs that change every week. Claude's training stops at a fixed date. So when you ask it about a fresh feature, it guesses. Context 7 stops the guessing. It injects the current docs into Claude's reply in real time, version matched. If you work with frameworks that move fast, you keep this one. /plugin install context 7 at claude-plugins-official. Number 5, linear, 9,500 installs. Small number, but the ones who use it never give it up. Linear connects Claude to your tickets. You can pull a ticket in, plan the work, write the code, and update the status without leaving Claude. If your team runs on linear, this one pays for itself by the second day. /plugin install linear at claude-plugins-official. Those are the 5. Together, they cost you about 1,000 tokens of overhead. Out of a 200,000 window, you're gonna spend around 0.5% of your window for tools that actually work. Compare that to the alternative. The plugin tax on the other 96 is brutal. Now here's something most people don't know, and it's costing them more than the metadata itself. There's a duplication bug in how skills load from plugins. Skills inject more than once. Sometimes 3 times, sometimes 4. Without checking if they're already loaded. A single duplicated skill can waste 5,000 tokens per session. Multiply that by the plugins you forgot you installed. That's why your Claude felt sharp the first week and dull a month later. It wasn't getting dull, it was getting buried. The fix is simple. Open your installed list. If you can't remember the last time you actually called a plugin, uninstall it. If you installed something just in case, it's not just in case. It's pure tax. So, here's my rule. I call it the 5-keeper rule. 4 to 6 active plugins. Maximum. Anything over that costs more than it earns. If you want to install a new one, you have to uninstall an old one first. Treat it like a closet. You don't add a coat without giving one away. Otherwise, the closet becomes a graveyard. Same with plugins. Same with your context window. Same with your speed. 2 warnings before we finish. First, in March, hackers paid Google to put a fake Claude plugins link at the top of search results. It was designed to steal credentials. It looked legitimate. This is exactly why you stay inside the official marketplace. Never install a plugin from a zilliking the link you found in Discord, on Twitter, or in a random forum. Install through the / command. From inside Claude Code itself, the official path is the safe path. Second warning. If you're on Windows, the official marketplace isn't pre-registered, like it is on Mac. You have to add it manually. Type /plugin marketplace, add Anthropic's /claude-plugins-official. And if the marketplace fails to load at all, run /plugin marketplace update claude-plugins-official to refresh it. Both bugs are documented in the Claude Code GitHub, link in the description. One last thought before you click off. The plugin marketplace is going to keep growing. There will be 200 plugins by next quarter, maybe 300 by year's end. Every one of them will cost tokens. The discipline isn't picking the right plugins. The discipline is knowing the cost. The 5-keeper rule keeps Claude sharp. The plugin tax keeps it weak. You pick. If this saved you context, hit subscribe. I'm running daily teardowns of the AI tools that pretend to help and the ones that actually do. Drop a comment with which plugins you kept and which you finally uninstalled after this video. I read everyone. See you in the next one.